Carol's mother, Mrs. Baxter.
She knows that part. Ask her.
Excuse me a second, Dolores. But should I ask her?
Ask her what I asked you to ask her, for Pete's sake. Ask her if Carol went to the library with her today.
Dolores?
If she says yes, ask her if Carol said she was meeting somebody after they went to the library. If she says no, ask her if Carol said she had a date with somebody on the way over to her house. Now, if she says yes, find out who Carol was seeing. If she says no, ask her if Carol only pretended to go to her house and then asked her to pretend they were going to the library so Carol could go someplace else with somebody she didn't want us to know about. Ask.
Dolores, if you see Carol, will you tell her supper's ready? Thanks.
Why didn't you ask what I asked you to ask?
Because I am a mother, not a private detective. Our Carol is a mature, intelligent, lovely young woman. Why don't you let her live her own life?
Look, Carol is 28 years old. She's still living at home. She's afraid of ending up an old maid. Now, fear makes girls hasty, and hasty girls in the garden of love pick lemons.
Our Carol would never pick a lemon just to get married.
To get married, she'd pick poison oak.
That's not true. Carol's dated lots of nice boys. Remember Lionel Nishman?
How could I forget him? It isn't every day your daughter brings home a male model for orthopedic shoes. The only part of him that worked were his feet.
She wasn't serious about him.
Of course not. He wasn't a big enough creep. Maybe you forgot some of Carol's Mr. Wonderfuls. Like the actor who did Alice Faye impressions in a long blue dress.
He only did that to keep out of the army. He happened to be a real artist.
The real artist was the butcher who sculptured Carol's head in meatloaf. Now, there was a winner for you.
I didn't care much for him either, but there certainly was no problem with that Simpkins boy.
How would you like to be the mother-in-law to a freelance shepherd? What about the dum-dum who ate nothing but prunes? Remember when he tried out for the track team?
You're just too hard to please. If you don't stop finding fault with Carol's suitors, she won't bring them home to meet us anymore. And just for spite, she's liable to marry somebody really rotten.
Not without my permission, she won't. She promised you would get my consent before she got married. And believe me, I will never give it unless everything is absolutely perfect. You hear me? Absolutely perfect.
Mommy, Daddy, oh, it's so wonderful to see both of you. I'm sorry I'm late, but I've just been dancing on clouds, talking to rainbows, and singing to the trees.
You went down to the docks and some sailor got you drunk.
Oh, Daddy.
Don't owe Daddy me, Miss Innocent Cloud Dancer. You didn't visit Dolores and you didn't go to the library. Now out with it. Who have you been seeing?
Harold, please.
Oh, no, Mom. Daddy is right. I didn't visit Dolores and I didn't go to the library, and I was out with someone very special. Mom, Daddy, I want to marry him.
No.
And I've brought him home for you to meet.
Now, Carol, honey, listen to your father. You're only a child.
Oh, no, it's true love, Daddy, and you're not going to talk me out of it, so please don't try. Now, let me just get Millard, and I know that in time you'll think he's as wonderful as I do.
Millard sounds like a nice name.
So does cholera.
Mom, Daddy, meet Millard. Darling, I want you to meet my parents. Oh, and don't let Daddy scare you. His bark is worse than his bite.
You're not joking, my precious sweetheart?
No, Mama, I have never been more serious in my life.
Oh, Harold, most girls want to own a fur coat. Our little girl wants to marry one.
Carol, cut the clowning. You're scaring your mother.
I'm sorry, Daddy, but Millard and I are in love, and we want your blessing.
Well, I don't know any blessings for bears. Look, this is ridiculous. How can you even think of marrying an it?
Can't we just sit down and discuss this like intelligent human beings?
Well, some of us can, and some of us can't.
Millard, please don't lose your temper, darling.
Oh, let him get mad. You think I'm afraid of some yo-yo in a bear suit? Come on, dimwit. Where's your zipper? Come on.
Get away, Harold. He's starting to drool in your direction.
Oh, baloney. She probably paid some wino a few dollars to put on this funny no zipper, no button, no... You're not really a bear, are you, fella? He's got moose on his breath. Carrot's bear is a bear.
Oh, I think think we'd better eat. Millard always gets grumpy around dinner time. He has an appetite like a horse.
I wish you were a horse.
Yeah.
At least you'd get to travel. I'm going to put on dinner.
Carol, stop it. You know you can't marry a bear. I mean, what are you going to do while he hibernates all winter? Sit in a cave and knit? He hasn't got much of a sense of humor.
Don't make fun of our love, Daddy. Millard is as devoted to me as anyone can be.
Oh, really? How do you know?
For one thing, when we hold hands, Millard always keeps his claws tucked in. Here, Millard, vegetable, eat. Oh, isn't he adorable?
Oh, yes. I bet within a couple of days I could have him eating out of my leg.
Dinner is served. I'm sorry it took so long. While I was getting the food out of the oven, I had a terrible time turning off the gas. I didn't want to.
Take it easy, Millard. I've never seen you so excited. What did you fix for dinner, Mom?
Poached salmon.
Bon appetit, sweetheart.
Look, honey, let's be realistic, huh? For just one stupid second, let us imagine you're going to marry this bear, huh? How is he going to support you?
Oh, Millard has very good prospects. The Forest Service keeps making him offers all the time.
Wait a minute. You can't marry Millard. Where will you find an apartment that'll take pets, huh?
My fiance is not a pet.
What landlord will let a 1,000-pound grizzly bear live in a building, huh?
What landlord is going to stop him? Come on, Mom and Dad. I mean, just tell us you approve. Or is it the religious difference that's hanging you up?
Now, this may come as a big shock to you, my sweet girl. But my objections to that thing eating your grandmother's footstool have nothing to do with what church you attend. Listen, have you flipped out of your mind? You think I'm going to let you marry a bear?
Ah, he's going to live on your father's head.
He just wants to dance. He loves to dance after a snack. I've got spurs that jingle, jingle. Come on, Mom. He's very light on his paws.
All right. The circus is over. He's got a great sense of rhythm, but the fuzzy animal goes.
Daddy, you're just being prejudiced.
Prejudiced. I will never, ever give you permission to marry this beast. Anyone else in the world, yes. But Smokey the son-in-law, never.
That's just what I wanted to hear you say. Come on in, Henry. It's okay now.
What is that?
That's Henry.
My bike okay out there in the front porch?
Of course. Mom, Daddy, Henry is the person I really love.
Carol, where's your heart? Millard is listening to every word.
He's just an animal, Mama. But Henry is the man I really want to marry. And Dad just said I could marry anyone else in the world but Millard. So I choose Henry. Okay, Dad?